It is 58 degrees right now in Fergus Falls and 10:35. Time now for the Chamber Cafe. Joining us, we've got Lisa Workman. Lisa.
Good morning, Dave. Good morning, everyone. Chamber Cafe. I am just amazed that it is October already. Happy October. I'm sure there's a festival or a holiday for something like that. But anyhow, I'm Lisa Workman. I'm the director of the Fergus Falls Area Chamber of Commerce. Happy to host the live version of Chamber Cafe. Chamber Cafe is actually a networking event that we do 6 times a year throughout the community. Our next one won't be until November, so at our November show, we'll clue you in on that. However, the big stuff that we want to talk about today is the Chamber's annual meeting, which is all about eating. It's the Taste of Fergus Falls coming up on Tuesday, October 21st. Tickets are still available at the Chamber office. And just to whet your appetite a little bit, I have some of our great Chamber members and special guests with us on the show today. Mary Dolan is here representing the Fergus Falls American Legion. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning.
Glad to have you on the show.
Well, it's fun to be on this show. It's fun to be on the air with somebody else running the controls. This is kind of cool. I'm a guest instead of the host, so it's kind of fun.
Kind of frightening too sometimes. You never
Especially
know
when you're in control.
Yeah, we go way back.
We do.
Well, Mary, glad to have you on the show here. I know that the Mary Morris and Kay are at the American Legion, and they are busy just chefing away at a number of different things and couldn't break away, but we'll talk a little bit about what the American Legion will be bringing to the Taste of Fergus Falls on our first little segment or our first course of the show. Also joining us is Teresa Rodriguez, one of the owners of Don Pablo's Family Mexican Restaurant. Teresa, good morning. Glad to have you on the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
And we were talking before we went on the air about how long that Don Pablo's has been here. 10 years already?
10 years.
That's amazing. And Taste of Fergus Falls started way back. I think it was 8 or 9 years ago. I was on our board of directors when it started, and we were at what was now a church downtown, but we were at the Elks Special Event Center, and the one thing I can remember is that we were blowing fuses left and right. Yeah. It was jam-packed the first year. Thank you to the great ideas of that board of directors and that committee that put it together that first year, but we busted out of the facility that first year and headed out to the Bigwood Event Center, and we have been there every year since, and it is a fantastic event. And technically it's the Chamber's annual meeting. Our bylaws state we need another meeting. Nobody really wants to go through an agenda and talk about financials and all that kind of good stuff, so we focus on the food, which is why we have our great guests here today. And Mary, you've been working with the American Legion for quite a while now. Tell us what's in store with them.
Well, I'm happy to work with them on their marketing because Mary and Kay are so much fun to work with.
They are.
And yeah, I always have a great time out there, and they're easy to work with and for. And in addition, they put out some pretty great food. So I know that they are so busy that they were thinking, oh my goodness, Taste of Fergus Falls is coming up. Do we have time? And I said, you know what? You really have to be there because what would it be without the American Legion ribs?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So are we going to have ribs again this year?
I took a picture of the email and I've got it here on my phone so that I didn't miss out on any of these sauces. But here's some things that you can expect from American Legion, and they're also good. Of course, they're going to have their barbecue ribs. That's what the American Legion is known for. So barbecue ribs and lots of wet wipes at the end of that. And they decided that a great complement for their ribs would be wings, kind of a perennial favorite.
Yum.
And they're going to take it just one step further, and not only wings, but they're going to have a variety of dipping sauces.
Really?
Yeah, and they've been working hard on these. In fact, just yesterday, they landed on the specific sauces. They did a lot of tasting yesterday, and I'm not sure why I wasn't invited to that tasting.
I didn't hear about that. I'd be happy to help out.
Until after the fact either. But here are the sauces that you can expect to go along with the wings.
And how exciting. I kind of feel like we should have a drum roll or something.
I know.
The folks listening now to Chamber Cafe on 1250 AM Lakes Radio are the first ones to find out.
Yep, you're the first one. Well, second one, because I know first. Yeah. But anyway. Bourbon sauce, zesty orange, honey garlic, mango habanero, and their own, of course, barbecue sauce. Wow. So those dipping sauces on the American Legion wings, and just a compliment to go with their already famous barbecue ribs. So
fantastic.
That's what American Legion is bringing to the Taste of Fergus Falls. So you know it's going to be good.
Oh, and what a great way to sample a variety of things. And I think that's what makes the taste such a great night out, is that you get a chance to visit 15 different restaurants and catering establishments and even stores and delis throughout the Otter Tail County, all chamber members, by the way, so a big shout out and thank you to them for doing that, but all in one evening. So, if you kind of get that, oh, we've been there, done that kind of idea, whether it's for lunch or for dinner, here's a great way to try those things and go, hey, we've forgotten about, going to this place or that place too.
Well, and I think everybody works hard too at doing something a little bit different for the Taste of Fergus Falls too. So that's the reason they did all this taste testing and came up with all these different kinds of dipping sauces.
Fun.
And I know in talking with some of the rest here, they've got some fun things planned too. So.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, Mary, for joining
Thank
us
you.
and for
Good to be
sharing
here.
that information. And folks, if you don't have your tickets yet, we do have them available at the chamber office for $25. And your $25 ticket gets you a chance to come in the door and sample from the 15 great restaurants. And if you want to find out more about details of all the other restaurants that are participating, just go to the Chamber's website at fergusfalls.com and click on the events calendar, and you can get the full listing, which includes the American Legion. And kind of feel like we're going to go in a little bit alphabetical order here. So next on the list would be Don Pablo's Mexican restaurant. Teresa, glad to have you on the show.
Well, thank you again.
You guys have brought it to town, brought it all out to the Taste of Fergus Falls every year. I just remember a few years back with that fabulous display you guys had, and every year it's something different. So are you ready to share with us what you have in store?
Well,
what
me
you're
and
planning
Jose
on serving?
have just started, planning, and we figured out that we're going to do a pollo asado taco with queso dip and pico de gallo, and it would also include with the Mexican chorizo.
Ooh.
So it'll be all in one taco. So
All together?
all together.
In one thing. So now how do you guys come up with your different restaurants, or not restaurants, but recipes?
We taste. We just, put one with another, and we just we sample it, and we decide this just good. This is just perfect for a taco.
And you guys have been have won several of the awards at the food awards at the Taste of Fergus Falls too, haven't you?
Yes, we have.
Well, congratulations. So you'll be gunning for the next one coming up. So now we were talking too off the air that you and Jose have owned Don Pablo's, which is a individually owned, family-owned restaurant now in Fergus Falls downtown for 10 years. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what got you started?
Well, I mean, he was a chef at another Mexican restaurant in Fargo, and we got together, and it's always been a dream of us having a Mexican restaurant, and he's a good chef.
Yeah, he definitely is. I can't ever get enough of that fabulous chips and salsa too. That sometimes you feel like you go down there for lunch and that would be it. But
But I want to mention that we will have a surprise.
you will.
Yep.
Oh,
Not only that, it's another thing, a Mexican. I won't say much. It won't be a surprise.
so you're going to have to come to the Taste of Fergus Falls to try it out. And I think that's one of the fun things that people are, you guys do such hard work in bringing out, whether it's something new or something different, that folks get to sample and try first in the community. I know that there's a number of different, even some of our more franchised restaurants are bringing out something new that's on the menu that people haven't tried yet. So
Well, this is going to be new. The
Fantastic.
taco's a new one. It's not even on our menu. So,
fun. And then do you invite folks to come back after the taste? Can they order it then?
yes. Yes.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
We just actually are putting it on the menu right now.
How much fun is that?
Yep.
Well, we look forward to sampling both from the American Legion and Don Pablo's. We're going to take a quick little break, but just a reminder, folks, we do have a few tickets left. The event has sold out every year for the last 3 years. Tickets are only $25 and get you samples at 15 different restaurants who are great chamber members. And when we come back, we will be visiting with Tom Zenz from Zenz Creative Catering and Tulsa Lee Carlson from Perkins Family Restaurant. So stay tuned. We'll be back after a short break. And we are back with Chamber Cafe, the live on-air version here on 1250 AM KBRF. We are here to talk about the Chamber's annual meeting, the Taste of Fergus Falls. We've got some great guests here, and the event is coming up Tuesday, October 21st at the Big Wood Event Center. Tickets are just $25 and include all the delicious food you care to sample in the evening. The event goes from 5 until 9 o'clock, and in addition to the food, I got to kind of take a break talking about the food for just a few seconds because my stomach is growling. I'm so hungry hearing about all these great things. But we do a lot of fun things too. We've got a great silent auction where folks can bid on some great things. So far we've had just an assortment of gift certificates and gift cards and great items and collectibles donated from our chamber members and from a number of businesses and individuals around the community. So if you want just to support the chamber in even just a small way and donate something for us to put on our silent auction or one of our games, we would be more than happy to accept your support. Of course, the mission of the Chamber of Commerce is to serve as the lead advocate for our members and a resource and to build a healthy partnerships that make our community a great place to live. So the Taste of Fergus Falls, again, is our annual meeting. We've got a silent auction. We've got a live auction with Kerry Osnes. His great team from a United Country Osnes Auctioneers will be there. And just to kind of give you a heads up, we'll start posting those things on our website as to the items that will be on the live auction. But one of those things includes an aerial tour of Otter Tail County. So
Cool.
Just imagine that. Yeah. We've got music. You'll get to see the famous Greg Brady, who has changed careers a little bit, but he is going to be providing, spinning the discs for the evening. So we've got musical entertainment. We do a game called the Mystery Card Game. We've got a wall of wine, and we'll have some theme basket giveaways. The theme this year is Festival of Flavors. So I tell people that the festivities and the room will be decorated in basically Hallmark on steroids. And of course, we encourage our food exhibitors and everyone who's participating to build into that theme and decorate in any particular holiday or celebration that they want to, whether it's Thanksgiving or Halloween, Mardi Gras, Cinco de Mayo, April Fool's Day. I don't know how you would decorate for that, but anyhow, it's going to be Festival of Flavors, and how much fun is that going to be? So, all right, so now I've talked about all the other stuff. I got to go back to talk about the food. So joining us is Tulsa from Perkins, just down the road here a little bit. Tulsa,
Yes.
glad to have you on the show.
Good morning.
It's now, Perkins has not been at the Taste for a few years, but now that you are back in town, bring it on back.
I am back in town, and we're going to bring it back. We're going to try and get those delicious pies and muffins and cookies back out in front of the public. And so you go have your Don Pablos and your ribs, and then come on over and have some dessert. So,
Which is a nice thing to do. We hope to have the room arranged in a way so that folks can kind of do it. We don't want it to necessarily be a buffet train where everybody goes all the way around and loads up their plates, because you aren't going to be able to. There's 15 different places. So you can go and get samples and walk up to a couple other tables and try something else. And
well, sounds good.
yeah, so now let's talk a little bit about those famous desserts at Perkins. You guys have just a wide assortment, and they're not available, or it's not necessarily just for sitting down. What a great thing to start planning for the holidays.
Yep. We will be having slips to sign up if anyone wants to place their holiday pie order or cookie order or gift basket order as well. We will take those orders at the Taste, and we will have some drawings for some free pies, of course. But yeah, I'm going to bring out some samples of the new stuff that we bring back for the holidays, our gingerbread cookies, and we are doing a red velvet brownie this year.
Oh, that doesn't sound bad at all.
No, as long as the food truck deals with me here and gets me that stuff before the 21st, we will have it in time. So
fantastic. And like you said, it's October 1st, and we all know, Thanksgiving comes around at the same time every year, and Christmas is the same time every year. But by darn it, if we aren't saying at that time, boy, I'm stressed out and I got things to do.
And and it's amazing. I mean, I can make cases upon cases of pies and be there for hours, and I sell out in a heartbeat. And then the day of Thanksgiving, someone comes in, can I get a pie? No, I am fresh out.
We didn't have any more room for them.
Yeah, the freezer was full, the dry storage was full. So please, I recommend everyone place your pie order early. if you do want one for Thanksgiving. I will try my darndest to have some on hand come Thanksgiving, but I can't guarantee I'm going to have the flavor you want.
The early bird's going to get the pie.
Right on. Yeah.
Plan ahead, and the Taste of Fergus Falls will be a great opportunity for you to sample some of those great pies and sweet treats and
Right on,
things
yeah.
like that too. So other things that are happening at Tulsa at Perkins that people should maybe stop out for maybe ahead of time over at the actual
Of
restaurant.
course. Well, we've brought back the delicious pumpkin pancakes. If you have not tried these,
I have
it's
not.
like dessert for breakfast.
And it
They're-
sounds like maybe healthy because it's a pumpkin and that's like a vegetable, right?
You could play that card if you want, and then I top it with whipped cream. So
Oh, and that's dairy, so.
I like the way you think, Lisa. This
Yeah.
is wonderful. Nope. So we brought back the delicious pumpkin pancakes.
And are those limited time?
They are limited time. Yep.
Yum.
And along with that comes back the pumpkin pie and the pumpkin muffins.
Ooh,
And
yum.
I am going to date myself a little bit here. I was with Perkins back in the day when I was in high school, and the pumpkin muffin with cream cheese frosting is still my favorite muffin that they make over there.
Oh, fun.
It's delicious.
Fun.
You can't get enough cream cheese frosting.
No, I think I could eat that with a spoon.
Yep.
And then maybe I have.
Yep.
We won't tell
Maybe.
anyone. We won't tell anyone about that. Well,
Yeah.
thanks, Tulsa, for all the hard work that you and your crew. Are you guys hiring her?
Oh,
now?
for sure. Yes. If you have anyone that is looking for a part-time job, always available.
Great way to make some cash.
Right on.
Thanks for joining us, and
Yes.
thanks for participating at the Taste of Fergus Falls. And I don't know how we planned this, but we kind of did go in alphabetical order. Tom Zenz is joining us from Zenz Creative Catering. Tom, glad to have you on the show. You guys have been just crazy busy. I know, running around doing all kinds of different events, and your business has really grown. Let's talk a little bit about how things have grown over the last few years, all the different equipment and things that you guys have to go out on the town.
We've got new catering. Excuse me. We've got a new catering van, and we've got a lot of equipment we can bring. Do most things on site for you. We prepare it in our kitchen, but then we can cook it actually on site, so it's not. So it's.
You haven't been
fresh.
hauling it for hours and
No.
hours and that type of thing. So you've got like an actual, like, you know what you see on TV, like a kind of a food truck, but you're not like a food truck where you're selling it out of the truck. You're preparing it on site for the different events.
Correct.
So now the Taste of Fergus Falls, you guys have been so busy that you've taken a break for a few years, but we have fabulous pictures of some great just displays and carvings and things like that. Do you kind of have something in mind for this year? Have you thought about that?
I'm working on it. I'll think about it the next few weeks, and by the time it comes, it'll be pretty elaborate.
You know what? I think that's usually what happens is you probably start thinking small and then it turns into something huge.
Yeah, I end up having way too much stuff to fit on an 8-foot table.
No kidding. So how are things now? I know with you guys, I'm sure it was a pretty challenging summer with a little construction going on out by your facility out on Highway 27. A little bit easier to move around?
Yeah, they're finally getting that road done now, and yeah, it's getting a lot better, a lot easier to get right into town now than it was most of the summer.
Very cool. Now, at Zen's Creative Catering, you take the show on the road. You can cook it on site. You can deliver groups of any size.
Yep, we've done sit-down meals for groups of 500. I mean, it's
Wow.
Really, most groups aren't much bigger than that in this area at least.
Sure.
We do as small as 10 people.
So if you're planning for a lunch meeting and you're thinking, okay, we've ordered pizza now for the last 12 lunch meetings, or, like I said, the Taste of Fergus Falls is a chance for you to experience all the different varieties. And we limit it to 15 because people have told us that they get too full and they didn't get a chance to sample everything. So we don't want anyone to walk away either disappointed or not full. So this will be a chance to sample those different things. So have you guys thought at all about what you plan to serve or what kind of ideas you have out there? Kind of tempt people a little bit?
Well, we were going to do prime rib, but that was already taken by somebody.
Yes, that is already taken. We encourage our food exhibitors to let us know as soon as you can what you plan to serve, because we don't want, 15 people doing ribs or 15 assortments of pizza or 15 different, versions of chili, And, prime rib, I'm certain nobody would mind having it in two places. But again, early bird gets the worm. So what are you guys thinking about?
I had to do something a little different. We did, I'm thinking of Tornado's Mozart. It's a
Okay,
toasted
that I don't
custard.
know what that is.
Yeah, it's a toasted custard. and then you top it with boars and cheese.
Okay, wait, hold on. What's a custard?
Toasted bread.
Okay. Ooh, fancy words.
Yeah, sorry.
I kind of feel like I need my French degree now.
And put boars and cheese on top of that.
Okay.
Then a slice of tenderloin,
Oh.
and then port reduction, and top
Okay.
it with field greens.
Ooh. Wow. I bet that looks pretty too.
Oh yeah.
That sounds yummy. Did you happen to bring any with you today?
No. And,
Yum.
but we're and then we're gonna do spinach and artichoke dip, a baked version of that
Okay. Spinach and
lot of
artichoke dip. Oh, yum.
for a lot of groups, and that's just kind of something we end up doing for a lot of different people in the area. But it's just a good.
Very well received and
Yeah.
one of your kind of signature items and things like that too. So awesome. That sounds so good. I'm so excited for this. Again, that's the Taste of Fergus Falls. Tom Zenz has joined us with Zenz Creative Catering. You can find out details about Zenz Creative Catering and all their services, of course, on the Chamber's website. Same as with Perkins and Don Pablo's and the American Legion. We've got connections to them. We've got some details on our website as far as some of the menu items that we know of. And again, tickets sell out every year. Just a great reminder out there to folks that if you want to get tickets for your group or for a couple of friends, stop down and get them now, because no doubt that it'll be October 20th or even October 17th, that MEA weekend. Folks will be calling looking for tickets, and we will probably be out because these guys, let's give them a big round of applause, all of our food exhibitors. They're providing these food samples for the folks out of the goodness of their heart, and they're donating that to the Chamber event. So thank you guys so much. And of course, we encourage folks to continue to support all these great Chamber members that come out and do this. But this is a great fundraiser for the Chamber. We're so happy to have you guys participating. I am so looking forward to it. And I every year I say, okay, this year I'm going to try a few more samples, because I get busy. I get running around doing stuff, and I forget to eat.
Shame on you.
Yes, I know. So we encourage everyone to plan ahead for that day. It's Tuesday, October 21st. Have chicken broth for lunch. Because you will arrive at the event. Doors open at 5 o'clock. We'll have a silent auction, a live auction, some great music, play the mystery wheel game, just a great fundraiser. And again, if you have any questions, if you want to learn more about becoming involved with the Chamber, volunteering, donating to our silent or live auction, we'd be more than happy to get you connected into the community. This is just a very fun event. There'll be over 400 people there between our volunteers and the guests and all the different things that are going on. And I want to thank the Bigwood Event Center. They make it easy for us to come out there. And thanks to all of our great partners. Thanks to you guys for joining us on the show today. Really happy to have you here.
Yes, thank you.
And looking forward to the Taste of Fergus Falls. If you are hungry at all, check out the Chamber's website, click on restaurants, and find a whole list of great places that you maybe didn't think about to go to lunch today. And it's never too early to go to lunch. I think 11 o'clock is a perfect time to go to lunch because you beat the rush. Beat the rush. I'm Lisa Workman with the Fergus Falls Area Chamber of Commerce. This is Chamber Cafe, heard live on the air the first Wednesday of every month, and we'll see you all again in November. Thanks again and have a great day.